Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of A Single Girl's Gotta Eat, the cooking show. You guys, I'm laughing because what we're making today may seem a little kooky. We are gonna make deviled egg pasta salad. Now, you may be thinking, you are making some crazy things these days, and you're right. Some of the recipes that I have been sharing with you don't really sound good, or don't sound like they're going to taste good, but they do. And here is what or why it's important to keep on trying new recipes, is because otherwise as single women, we can get stuck in a rut. We can get stuck in this like, well, this is the easiest thing to eat, or I already have this in my pantry, or I mean, we can just like, it can just get boring and repetitive. And so, you know, one of the things and why we do so many cooking shows on here is to kind of get us out of that rut. That is one step towards kind of living a full and free life. It may seem like a silly step or a small step, but just changing things up in little areas of our life are going to propel us forward and encourage us and empower us to take risks in other areas of our life, maybe bigger areas of our life. So that is why we are just trying a whole lot of different new things, because we have to figure out what we like, right? There was a season in my life that I only ate bean and cheese burritos. Literally, that was all I ate. And usually some Twizzlers or hot tamales. That was what I was eating every single day. Because it was easy and it was convenient and I didn't have to think about it. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to go through the motions in life. I want to do big things, and I want to live fully and freely, and I want to see what I love. So today we're making deviled egg pasta salad, and we're making it for two reasons. One, because I had Greek yogurt already in my pantry, I had mustard already in my pantry, and I had eggs that I needed to use because they were at their expiration date. So I searched online for a recipe that had some of the ingredients I already had, and this came up, and I thought, I love deviled eggs, right? And I never eat them except for like the random potluck that has them, right? Who makes deviled eggs for themselves? Maybe we will. But, and then like I was looking at the recipe and the ingredients, I thought, this sounds actually kind of good. So this is a great thing to. The second reason we're making them is because I really love deviled eggs. That was the second reason. But this is a good dish for taking to a potluck. Okay, especially like when I think of like 4th of July picnics. Not that we may be having those this year, but you know what I'm saying. But that type of a picnic. Here's the other thing: if you're just gonna make this for yourself as for like a meal, maybe half it, because it is turning into a lot of food. So, and this is not something that you can freeze super well. So, but let's get, this one has a little bit more prep work too, but it's prep work that can be divided up over time. So you can make the pasta at some point. You can hard boil the eggs. I hard boiled the eggs like 2 days ago, and then today is when I'm gonna make the recipe. So there's a little bit of chopping, a little bit of, you know, hard boiling the eggs, separating them, that type of a thing, but it's not too much. So anyways, okay, this is what we're gonna do. First of all, make like 2 cups of any type of pasta that you have in your, or not your refrigerator, in your pantry. Okay, don't go to the stores for a specific kind, but just make up a couple cups of pasta. Okay, stick it in a big bowl, because this is gonna be making quite a bit of food, as it turns out. The next thing you're gonna do is hard boil eggs. So you can hard boil 6 to 8 eggs. I actually did 8 eggs because that's what I had left. And so hard boil the eggs, peel them, separate the whites from the yolks. Okay, so as you'll see, I have all of the yolks in this bowl that I've already mashed up a bit. And with the egg whites, I just cut them up into little pieces. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the egg whites to the pasta bowl. Okay, and you can just leave that in there like that. To make kind of the yolk deviled egg part of it, we are going to take these egg yolks that we mashed up a bit, stick them in a bowl. You know what, I'm gonna add, because I think this bowl is bigger. So in this bowl, I have half of a cup of Greek yogurt. Okay, so that makes it a little bit healthier too. It's not quite as, doesn't have the same amount of fat, but it has a ton more protein than like a mayonnaise or something like that. This recipe does call for a little bit of mayonnaise, so you can use a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. You can either just use Greek yogurt, or you can add in either a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, or I had sour cream, so I'm gonna use sour cream, okay? And so maybe just add those two together, and then let's add our egg mixture in as well. Full disclosure, I might be making a mess right now. We'll see here. We'll see how this turns out. Or even just, you know, add in the yolk a little bit at a time, or use a bigger bowl. That is also something that would be a good thing to do. But just for sometimes it doesn't look the most appetizing as we're making it, but it'll be good. Also, you're gonna put in like a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I'm not gonna measure it. I actually don't really like measuring things, but so we're gonna do that. We're gonna mix it all together. You guys, this is why it's this is such an easy recipe. There is a little bit of prep work involved, but you'll see, like, it just mixes up. This is the deviled egg looking, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me finish adding the egg yolk in. You guys, one thing, I talk a lot about how I like to buy things in bulk. And it's not just the pantry items that I like to buy in bulk. I also like to buy Greek yogurt in bulk. So I bought this from my local Costco, and you guys, part of the reason why I do it is because it is cost efficient. So that is like $5, and you're gonna get like 1/3 of that amount for $5 at the store, at the grocery store. So if you really enjoy Greek yogurt, I've actually tried freezing it before too, and that works okay. So that is an option. But if you really like Greek yogurt, buying that in bulk at Costco or Sam's Club is a really good idea. And I always go for the Faye blend or Faye brand. I have found in looking through many different yogurts, Greek yogurts, that Faye has the highest protein per sugar. Does that make sense? So it has a super high amount of sugar, or super high amount of protein, and a very low amount of sugar, okay? But get the unsweetened, don't get the flavored ones. Okay, now that looks like deviled egg, doesn't it? Okay, so just to finish up, you guys, we are going to then take 1 red onion that we've chopped up, also add it to the pasta bowl. And then 2 ribs of celery. So just 2 of the, they're not called stalks. The stalk is a whole thing, right? I'm talking a lot. I'm gonna stop talking here soon because this is getting long. But just take 2 of the strips. That is my very professional way of saying that. Okay, and then do a quick mix on that. To get that through. This is why you need a large bowl. As you can see, this does make a lot of food. So half it if you're not going to take this to a potluck or something. And then once you've got that mixed in, you are simply going to add in the deviled egg mixture. Get the rest of that in a second. Mix that in as well. And then stick it in the fridge to chill. Obviously it's not fully mixed yet, but for the sake of time. Stick it in the fridge to chill for an hour, then it is ready to serve and eat. Top it with a little bit of paprika, maybe some fresh chives, or a little thing of sea salt, and you're good to go. So you guys, that is deviled egg macaroni salad. It's gonna be delicious, and a great side dish to bring when we can start hanging out and having picnics and barbecues and all of that stuff again. So you guys, thanks again for joining me on another episode of A Single Girl's Gotta Eat, the cooking show. And just remember, A Single Girl's Gotta Eat is your guide, a single girl's guide to feeding your belly and your soul. Much love, friends.